Anybody who has ever picked up the daily newspapers in Delhi would be familiar with Tis Hazari, a place synonymous with judiciary at the pre-High Court level. Probe a little more about the place, and many would mention St. Stephen's Hospital and Filmistan Cinema. Some could mention Azad Market too. However, almost nobody would mention the name of the Mughal princess Jahan Ara, Shah Jahan's daughter, whose Jagir was the magnificent garden of Tis Hazari. Tis Hazari, in fact, was founded during the time of Shah Jahan and continued to have an impressive array of princesses who owned it. Aurangzeb's daughter, Zeb-un-Nisa, fond of books, authors, and poetry, loved this garden so much that the emperor gave it to her as a jagir or fiefdom. Later, she was buried here. Sometime later, Muhammad Shah Rangila's wife, Malika-i-Zamini Begum, enjoyed similar rights over Tis Hazari. She too was laid to rest at the same place. However, with the passage of time, Tis Hazari's fortunes declined too. Towards the end of the reign of the last Mughal emperor Bahadur Shah Zafar, the British mooted the idea of a railway track from Delhi to Kolkata. The old emperor expressed fears about the laying of the railway tracks, arguing it would damage not just the fort but could force pregnant women to abort, and advised the British to build the railways at least 7 miles away from the port. The British penciled in a new track from Tis Hazari. However, before the work could gain fruition came the revolt of 1857, and the British came down on the imperial forces of the Mughals and possessions with a heavy hand. The beautiful Tis Hazari was destroyed beyond recognition, its age-old trees uprooted, its gardens turned into a barren stretch of land with only sundry wild growth. Less than 100 years later, India tasted freedom, and Tis Hazari's fortunes showed an upswing. It became the site of festival of Basant and Lohri. However, the trees, canal, and garden of the Mughal era were gone for good. But what gave Tis Hazari its name? Simple. This large, beautiful garden was home to 30,000 trees at one time, hence the name Tis Hazari. Today, you won't find a bush or a twig of the old times, as Tis Hazari is reduced to a dot in the fast-moving life of Delhi.